welcome to another Plotagon video, and today, I'll have something to change out of and keep the same before recreating the Tuners series and band series from early 2025. First off, in the Damien's Island series, or Eyes, I'll have something to change out of. Therefore everyone, I'll give you 4 examples before changing some of the Damien's Island character names, designs, and sounds from Tuners.
For Damien's Island, let's take a look at 4 examples for today in 2025.
Example number 1, for X-Beaters, I'll have to change the character's name to X-Kickers. Why? Well, it's because the word beaters sounds a little too off, and for its design, the small XS in the character's design have to be outlined in pink to match the colored text in its name, and for its kicking sound, I need to tap on the floor, add the robot voice changer in the KineMaster app, and then add the spring reverb effect. Example number 2, for Scanline, I'll have to change the name to Soundline to make the character's name more useful and appropriate for its name, and for its design, it has to be changed from being just a red line to this orange sound waves design, because why not? And for its sound, it has to be an entirely major chord archipelago, not just a C major chord. Example number 3, for Doproskasia, I'll have to delete 8 characters in its name to make it change to sound because of an unknown character name that's not from every game, TV show, movie, etc. And for its design, it has to be changed to just 1 red bubble and 1 red mouth. Because why not? And for its sound, it has to be a robotic voice recording instead of a glitchy voice recording due to it sounding a little annoying. And lastly, example number 4, for Wreckboy, this character wouldn't exist in the recreated Tuners series due to it being a static image of 11 brushed up yellow balls between the 2 yellow rectangles and its soundtrack, which is my electronic piano, and lastly, it's 2 balls that are colliding with each other at the bottom. The same thing applies to Beatbox, but it needs to have extra characters in this island. Now, let's start with Spring Island with the 4 examples for the characters, designs, and sounds.
Note, all of the Spring Island characters are emojis with static images except for the one-eyed sea.
Example number 1, for Flower Seed. For its design, it needs to hit one of its petals to make a seemingly kick drum sound effect, and to make it clap, it needs to clap using its leaves, and for its name, it needs to be changed to Kick Florist to make it sound more appropriate than the name Flower Seed, and its sound remains the same but needs to add more perfectly beats than the previous beats we see today. Example number 2, for Bunch of Leaves, it needs to have a different name, like Lot of Leaves to make it sound appropriate, and the leaves in this character have to sway away rather than making them stay in the same position, and its sound needs to change rather than the tornado siren sound effect. Example number 3, for Sunday, it needs to have a different name, like Ensoon rather than being named after the first day of the week in the United States, which is Sunday. Example number 4, for Flozer, it needs to have different pitched pop tube sounds in the spring reverb effect rather than just one plain pop tube voice recording. And lastly, example number 5, for the One-Eyed Sea, this character wouldn't exist in Spring Island due to it sounding terrible like this. Now, here come the band series. First off, let me introduce you 5 examples for new character names, designs, and sounds for the Binary Chanel Blocks band. Example number 1, for Strike 127, it needs to have a melody in its soundtrack, but keep the name and design the same, but reanimate the character's movement to make it look better. Example number 2, for 0.93 Bot, it needs to have different shaking instruments rather than just the sound of me shaking the Mighty Beans toys, and replace them with Bot with Block to make the name look better, which is 0.93 Block, not 0.93 Bot. Example number 3, for 74% have Guy, it needs to have a different name, like 0.3 Block rather than being a guy, because this character is a 0.3 Block, not a human. Example number 4, for Spinning exclamation point, its soundtrack needs to match the tempo, which is 120 or 240, but keep the design and name the same. And lastly, example number 5, for 1/4 Pi, its design, name, and sound remains the same, and the same thing app, it's to the rest of the characters, but give them the spring reverb effect to the rest of them. And for all the Bender's band characters, their sounds and names remain the same, but have to get better designs and animations. And the same thing applies to the Symbols band characters, but have to have different sounds, animations, and instruments, and add extra characters including part 2. But anyways guys, goodbye, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.